Welcome to 100 push-ups on the ball. Are there 100 push-ups on the ball, you ask? Yes, there are more than 100 push-ups on the ball. And I'm going to show you 100 of my favorite. Your first option, especially if you're just starting out, is you're going to start against a wall. Shoulders are down, and then you can control exactly how much weight you want to bring into the ball. So you just lower yourself to the ball and back. Bending the arms at 90 degrees, hands are low, right? Low below your shoulders. So simple, and then as you get stronger, you just come a little bit further away from the wall. Inhale, forward, exhale away. Next option is box push-ups. So you can place the ball against some sort of sturdy elevated surface like a chair or a couch, and keep your weight under your hips. So your hips are going to bend at 90 degrees as you bring your torso forward and down and up, gradually bringing more weight into the hands. Be aware that your wrists are in a good position for you, so like this of course would be terrible. Fingers generally pointed down is best. Start to squeeze the triceps. This is a good one to develop the tricep strength, which is usually the big limiter in more advanced push-ups on the ball. Inhale down, exhale up. Once that gets easy, you switch to elevated push-ups against the couch or chair. So you come up onto the balls of your feet, and then bring even more weight into the ball and press on. Inhale down, exhale up. And then you're able to adjust your legs, of course, wherever you need to. So you gradually build up the strength in your triceps and in your wrists. Then you come to your knees, and again, start with your box push-ups. So you want to come forward and up. And bending your hips at about 90 degrees. Hands are towards the sides of the ball. Elbows pull in and lengthen. Next, you're going to brace the ball against the wall and continue from your knees, but come to more of a standard push-up, bringing your hips forward of your knees. Don't allow the shoulders to rise up to the ears. Squeeze the elbows into the body and away. So avoid this type of movement. You really want to do push-ups properly, tricep push-ups, with the elbows pulled in to develop your tricep strength. You've got the full ball push-ups from your knees. Bring the body forward and up. Keep the chest lifting, keep the head and neck up. Then we move to the decline push-up. So you're going to bring your body over the ball, hands come onto the floor. Feet are going to start by touching the floor. Keep the shoulder blades down the back and bend the arms, allow the feet to come away from the floor, bring the head towards the floor, and then press back up. Inhale down, exhale up. Bringing more of your weight forward as you're comfortable, and up. And eventually moving to a full decline push-up from your hips though. So legs are out strong. As you bring yourself forward and down, the legs rise up. Inhale. Exhale. Next, we start in an arm plank on the ball. This alone can be very challenging. Again, make sure your wrists are aligned, fingers generally pointing down, shoulders back, strong core. And then you're going to lower yourself all the way to the ball. Come down to your knees. And then gently come back up any way you want to, back up to the arm plank. Slowly lower yourself all the way down. Come on back. And here you can come back onto your toes, back onto your feet. Slowly to the full arm plank. Resist, 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 resist down. The longer you can resist down, the better to build up your strength. And then we start in our full push-up position. Slowly lower yourself down. And then with some power and some momentum, we push yourselves back up. Slowly lower yourself down. all the way to the ball. And see how I bring some weight towards my legs to get myself up, away from that ball, down. And use that strong exhale to come back up. And throughout all these push-up exercises, of course, you want to take a moment and reverse the bending of the wrists. Once you've got good stability in that negative push-up, then we come down till the arms bend about 90 degrees. And then you press yourself back up in kind of a pike position. So we bring all the way back towards our feet to give ourselves a rest. Come forward, exhale, back, all the way to the feet, forward. And notice that my hips stay high the whole time. If your hips start to drop here, then you're losing your core stability. Keep your hips up. Keep the core and back very strong. I said before to keep the elbows in, but the elbows wide push-up is a legitimate push-up exercise and doesn't require as much triceps strength as the full ball push-up, but it can be a good way to work up to it. So I'll show you this way. Elbows go wide. It can be hard on the wrists though, so this may be something that you prefer to do from the knees. And when you're ready to bring the elbows in, you might like to start with legs very wide, which gives you a lot more stability. Elbows pull in deep into your side. Inhale. Exhale. And then of course you have the full ball push-up. Legs will be about shoulder width apart. Body comes forward. Again, arms bend to about 90 degrees. And even a little more challenging than that is just bringing the legs completely together. So the core has to stabilize even more. A good challenge is to try to hold the ball push-up in a static position for, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever it is on. Possible for you? It gets challenging really fast. And once you're okay with that static hold, come to the static hold, and then add some dynamic movement with the legs. Tapping is a good one. Increasing the stability challenge, bring it to 1 foot, but you stack the legs. So we do simple push-ups, and then lift that leg. Something that really challenges your strength is the squeeze push-up. So you have your hands on the sides of the ball, and you got to squeeze into the ball, obviously. And so, press into the ball. Come on up to the push-up. You got to squeeze into that ball hard, or else your hands are going to slip, and you will fall down onto the ball. In case you're wondering where Cody is, he is right there, watching you the whole time. Hey, Go-Go, you don't like the ball, do you? No. Back to the single leg challenges. Lift the leg, come into your push-up, and as you push up, send the knee forward. Inhale down, exhale up. And then, of course, you can try the knee tuck in the push-up. As you come down to the push-up, bring the knee forward, bring more weight into the upper body, send that leg back and up. And then take that knee out to the side. You can repeat on the same leg or, of course, alternate. And with the knee up to the side, try to extend the leg completely and keep it there as you do the push-ups. Great. Stability challenge. And then take that knee to the opposite side in a twist. Something that really helps to build up your tricep strength and core stability is coming to an elbow plank on the ball, and then bracing your core, pressing your forearms, wrists, hands into the ball, coming up to the push-up position, and then slowly returning to the elbow plank. Notice the hips don't rise up or sink down. So try not to do this, although you may need to do this at first. Lift the hips, come on up, and slowly resist. Down. Elevating your feet. Especially, don't have a slippery surface when you're doing this. Elevating your feet, of course, makes it more challenging. Especially if your elevation is slippery. Scorpion push-up brings even more weight into your upper body. So you lift the leg, bend the leg, turn the leg out so the foot is trying to reach towards the opposite shoulder, and then bring your body forward and up. A bit more of a dynamic challenge now, jumping jacks. You can come down as you jump the legs wide, and then jump the legs together when you press up. And then we start to fly. Come down to the push-up, keep one leg lifted, send that leg high, and change legs in the air before you come down. Decline push-ups, hands on the floor, a little wider than shoulder width apart. Come to your shins. Keep the body long and strong, and lower yourself towards the floor, keeping the chin slightly lifted. Bring the chest forward between your hands, and careful that your butt doesn't sag. And then, of course, from the toes. Feet can be pointed, toes can be on for more of a challenge, your choice. Bicep push-ups, hands are directly under the shoulders, pull the elbows in towards your sides, and come up. Very challenging. Uneven push-ups with the hand on a block or a hook. The push-up and tuck. Push, up, tuck the knees forward, return. Push, tuck. Completely different exercise is the push-up with tuck. So we come down, as we push up, bring the knees in, and as we lower, extend the legs out. And then the push-up in the tuck. Make sure you still got a hold of that ball. And those ones, of course, really train the upper pectoral muscles in the front of the shoulder. First staggered push-up is with one arm forward and one arm slightly back. And down and up and change. Down and up. Next staggered push-up is one arm doing a tricep push-up and the other arm going wide. So the right elbow comes into the side and up. And then you can stay on that side or move to the other side. Right elbow is wide, left elbow is in. Once you're okay with staggered, you've got the typewriter. So you come over towards the right arm, come down the tricep push-up on the right arm, slowly come over towards the left, and push up. And then reverse, over towards your left arm, keep those hips up, over towards the right, and press up. And here's the push-up and tuck, twist. And then the push-up with the tuck twist. Notice when I come down that my elbows aren't splaying to the side. They are going back. Hey, go. I gotta do some push-ups. I gotta do some push-ups. What? I'm busy. Okay, push-up and twist. Then you stack the legs, moving from the waist. Careful not to over-rotate. And then the push-up with the twist, in the twist. Cody. And the push-ups in the twist. Push-ups and pike. Oh, yes, I know you want to be in the video too. I have to. Really. And the push-ups with the pike. When you do the push-ups in the pike, you can do it with the elbows wide. Or hands closer together and elbows back. Hitting the triceps a lot more. It's generally not recommended to bend your elbows more than 90 degrees in push-ups or bench presses because it's then hard on the front of your shoulders. But this range of motion is good for a lot of full range of motion movements. So if you're loose enough in your shoulders and you've got no problem bringing your elbows back here, then feel free to do these next push-ups elevated to increase the motion. But if you don't have that range of motion, then slowly work yourself up to it, loosen yourself up so that you're not relying on ballistic stretching to do the movement. Do you know what that means? So coming down and then stretching like an elastic and then bouncing out of the movement. Does that make sense? All right, here we go. And of course, very challenging is the Pike push-up with elevated hands. So the head ends up going lower than your hands. This plank exercise is good for building core stability needed in some of the more advanced moves. So starting from the elbows in the decline, it's right hand and press up to your left hand, and then right elbow, and left elbow, and left hand, right hand, and left elbow, and right elbow. Try not to, I was shifting my hips a bit there, but try not to shift your hips too much like this, because that's easier. Oh, maybe not so much. You want to have square hips the whole time, or try to have square hips the whole time. A little more challenging is leaving your hands on the floor the whole time and just lifting one elbow at a time. So, right, left, and right, left, and left, right, and left, right. And then lifting both at the same time, but take pressure off of your wrists by pressing into your knuckles and your fingers. And don't let your hips sag. Decline squeezing. You got to inch your legs down halfway on the ball. Squeeze with your inner thighs, hold onto that ball, and then do your push-ups. And you can bring the legs down to squeeze, come down in the push-up, and then actually roll side to side. And then you can do a push-up, move to side plank, and push, other side, plank, To prep for one arm, you start to begin to feel the stability of one arm. So come down with two arms, come up with two arms, and then center your hand a little bit over the ball with one arm, and then return. Push, and lift. Push, and lift. Push, and lift. Negative one arm is legs really wide. Set yourself up with one arm and then be ready to lower yourself all the way down to the ball. You will fall, and that's okay. The ball is soft. So slowly, 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 and then you're down. And it doesn't look too graceful, but you do actually build up the strength to get there to a full one-arm push-up. And slowly, 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 and down. And then as you get better, you just resist that decline more and more and more. Slowly, 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 and down. And slow, slow, slow. twisted one arm push-up is one arm pushing up while the other actually squeezes the side of the ball. So you can bring your right hand on the center, left hand is on the side, legs really wide, and then slowly try to bring all your weight into your right arm and push up with that right arm while the left arm stabilizes. If you want to try one arm, go ahead, but I mean, it's kind of stupid. So, but bring your legs really, really wide at first, really wide. Make sure the ball is really firm so it's not hard on your wrist. Bring that other arm back and hope for the best. God, that's terrible. One of the easiest ways to make any push-up harder is to lift one leg. So that's what we will do with these decline push-ups. So we're going to start with one foot on the ball and stacking the other leg. And simple push. Then maintain that foot on the ball and lift the leg in the air. And then you can take that lifted leg forward to the outside of your elbow. Or you can keep the leg straight while bringing it onto the side. And then twist to the opposite elbow. Single leg tuck. Decline, scorpion. One leg with that pike. And one leg in the pike. That was challenging. I usually like to add the BOSU to everything, so let's do some BOSU ball push-ups. First, getting there from your knees. So it's like the beginner push-ups. Elbows in, bring the hips forward. You can always keep your hips back if you want. And then, of course, from your toes. Playing with your options that we've done before. One leg and all those options. And flip the BOSU over. Place one foot on the side of the BOSU, tilt it over. Bring your hands, your weight into the ball. Then take your other foot, flatten out that platform. And then continue the push-ups. Very challenging. fun to have the hands wide on the platform. Playing with whatever one leg option you want there. Tricep push-ups on the dome side. Hands are shoulder width apart. Draw those elbows back. And once you're down the push-up on the platform, hold and tilt that platform side to side. And the up and over push-ups, one hand towards the center, one arm on the floor, and up and over. Decline plyometric, actually lifting the BOSU away from the floor. I like the plank to push on the BOSU because it's soft and still very challenging. So from the elbows, one hand, two hands, one elbow, two elbows. And then alternate. Right, left, left, right, left, right. Back to the incline, a little more dynamic with the feet on the BOSU. You come down the push-up, stepping your right foot wide with the BOSU, and then left, and then press up. As you step your right foot, and lift it back on the BOSU. And then alternate. Left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left. Even more dynamic jumping jacks. Come down, both at the same time. Press up, both at the same time, come on top. And down, and up. Plank to push up, position, arms stay at 90 degrees. Elbows under the shoulders and plank. Squeeze the core, draw the ball back under the hands. Hold your position in the tricep push-up, and then slowly bring it back to the plank. And back. And back. Sometimes it's harder not to move. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's actually harder to stay down than opposed to going through the full range of motion push-up. Ooh, it's a hard one. Releasing the hands. And try not to just push with your hips. So, like this. You want to keep a lot of your weight forward in the ball. Add a clap. Keep that body weight forward, though, to make it count. Pick that ball up. Pull it into the chest. Man, that's tough. This explosive push-up is nice for actually opening up the chest and shoulders. Just watch out for the walls around you, watch out for the leg fixtures. Playing to push again, this time leaving the ball coming up to straight arms. All done, of course, with your legs and hips down and forward, as opposed to, although that's still, I mean, that's a good way to start if that's where you need to start before you can stay low. Decline, but make sure you're absorbing your landing with soft elbows. And then we actually hop our push-ups forward and back, rolling the ball forward and back, starting with the ball under your thighs or knees. One of my favorite push-ups is sliding push-ups, because you really get the sense that you're doing a chest fly. It's really great for squeezing the pecs. I've got washcloths to slide my hands around on a concrete floor or hardwood, but you can also use gliders. I'm sure you've seen the real gliders. See? Gliders. But I just use, what I got around the house. Alright, so you start by sliding one, can you see me okay? You can start by sliding one arm out at a time in the push-up. So you slide them down, and then start sliding as you push up, as opposed to out, push, slide. You really want to move as you push. And that's when you get the chest fly action. And then you can slide both at the same time. You can try one arm sliding forward. And then you can try adding the opposite leg forward as well. Oh man, let me try it again in a second. Something I like doing at the gym is body bar push-ups, where you get a body bar and put it on the ball. I don't have that at home, so I'm going to demonstrate with my chin-up bar. If you can do something like this, just use something that has no possibility of breaking for obvious reasons. So you get the bar, you place it on the center, and you slowly push yourself up. Ooh. Notice the great stability challenge. Jeez, why is this so hard? I can do these. I can honestly do these. Maybe after I've done so many push-ups, they're so hard, but anyway, good luck with that. Rings or TRX presents a rather extreme challenge for push-ups. So with your hands on the rings, gently bring yourself up, feet on the ball, and lower yourself down 90 degrees, and up. Try to squeeze your arms together. And you can add the tuck. And you can try flying one arm out at a time. Or both arms. You can stay in the push-up position while one arm goes out to the fly. You can stay in the tuck. You can do the pike. And you can stay in the pike. Oh, 100 push-ups with the ball. Good luck. If you have any questions, let me know.